Guys, hi, welcome back. It is Wednesday, December the 7th, and if you guys are here in Washington, you know it is freaking cold today. And so Mom and I vowed to each other that we were not gonna step outside after we got all of our work done. So I figured I would spend some time and do a little impromptu video for you guys about my foods that I eat and things that I keep in the house 24/7 to make sure that I can put them in my diet if I feel like having them. So I did not go shopping for this. This is just what's here in the house that I try to really keep always stocked in the house.
Christ all the time. See, my whole world is built around him. He's the life in my life. I refuse to waste my life.
We're going to start off going with proteins, and then we're going to move into carbs and then fats. So I'm going to try and block these into the different macros so you guys can start understanding what macro and what food fits together. So we're going to start with proteins. I mean, we're trying to gain muscle, right? Protein, we need that, lots of it. First and most basic is your whey protein. I am not brand specific on what type of protein I use, and I do not buy the isolates. I just don't feel like the extra expense is worth it for just a couple less macros. So the standard scoop for whey protein is about 25 grams of protein. So there we go, 25 grams of protein. Another great option is non-fat Greek yogurt. This is Trader Joe's brand. And this is one that you really want to check the nutrition label on because they vary quite a bit in the amount of carbs and protein per serving. So this one, for example, is 22 grams of protein and 7 grams of carbs per cup. So it's pretty good and a pretty good protein source. Next, we have canned tuna. Really great, easy, whole food source of protein. You can just open this up and it's ready to go. You don't have to meal prep anything. So when I'm in a pinch, I always keep these around to just throw a meal together and go. Make sure that you get it in water, not in oil. That makes a huge difference on having a fat content. So the macros on this are 15 grams of protein per 2 ounces. So if you weigh it out or whatever, that's another source of tuna is these fun Star-Kissed tunas. They're already flavored, made out. I absolutely love these for in a pinch. Don't have to season them, anything, and you can just go. Next, of course, we have cricket powder. As you guys know, this is the whole spiel. 22 grams of protein, 3 grams of fat, 2 grams of carbs per 30 grams. So almost identical to your whey protein that I showed earlier. You can use just a tablespoon of this at a time. It'll last a long time. This is a 30-gram bag. You can also buy the bigger bags, another option. Love it in my oatmeal, pancakes, smoothies, baked goods, whatever. Ready to go. Egg whites. Pure protein, 0 grams of fat, 0 grams of carbs. Now, for those of you penny pinchers out there like I was, chicken. This is the cheapest protein source you can find. Great protein source. If you want to get the organic, grass-fed, it's going to be a little bit more expensive. I love this. You can get it from Costco. And then you can just grab a couple of breasts out of there and defrost it and make a couple of meals, and very, very cost effective. That's why you see all of the bodybuilders and things chicken and rice, chicken and rice. It's because it's not very expensive, but it's quality. So, there it is. Now, I know all of you don't have a daddy like I have my daddy, but if you're lucky enough to get elk or venison, it is a very, very good quality source of protein, especially the wild caught. These are venison steaks. They taste different from beef, which you can use beef. I actually don't even keep beef on hand, just as a personal preference. I would love my ground elk or ground venison 10 times over ground beef. I'm also very fortunate to have a dad that fishes. So we always have a ton of wild caught salmon. This is king salmon from Dad's trip this year. Wild caught is much higher in nutrients than farmed fish. If you have the ability to either purchase wild caught or catch your own, great option, very tasty. It does have some fats in it, so this is another really good high quality source of healthy fats. So this is mainly protein, but it is also fats. Along those same lines is eggs, a really high quality source of protein with some fat in it. Okay, now to move on to carbs. Surprisingly, I don't have a ton of options right here on hand, but I mean, to me that's because carbs are everywhere. They're everywhere. Fruit is a really good source of carbs. Bananas, potatoes. This is a yellow potato or a sweet potato. Nutrition wise, they're very similar, but it's more of a taste preference. Sweet potatoes have a little bit more nutrients per ounce. Also, a little unknown fact to a lot of people, a lot of the nutrients are in the skin. So if you bake a sweet potato, eat the skin. Next is rice. Rice is, again, one of the cheapest options. You can boil it and make a huge amount for a very low price. This is brown rice. I am not brand specific on my rice. Brown rice is a bit more nutrient dense than white rice, but I eat both. And I don't have a huge preference towards one or the other. I just kind of get bored and we'll switch it up. Now, you guys can never tell me that I didn't meal prep and so I went off of my diet when you have canned tuna and good old Uncle Ben's, okay? This is another thing that I always keep stocked just in case. I don't meal prep, I run out of time, and I need a carb source. They are a little bit higher cost-wise, but still not too bad. You don't want to use them all the time, but every once in a while it's fine. I'll show you guys. You just peel them open a little bit and then stick them in the microwave for 90 seconds, and there you go. You're done. Last one I have for you guys is oatmeal. I love oatmeal. I buy it in the bulk bins, a little bit more cost effective, and I also get like organic, just a personal preference. You can use oatmeal as a wheat substitute in baking. You can use it in the morning, you can make it sweet or savory. I mean, we can talk about oatmeal for days. The third and final macro is fats. So first off, we'll start with coconut oil. You can also use extra virgin olive oil. This is from Costco again. The organic is always better, more nutrient dense than non-organic. Check it out. There are 14 grams of fat per tablespoon, so use it sparingly. Understand how many grams is a tablespoon and realize how much you're using, because before we know it, we're at like 50 grams of fat and we've used all of our macros for the day in one meal. Next is peanut butter. This is the organic peanut butter from Costco. You don't have to use organic peanut butter. It is better for you, less hydrogenated oils, but it is not mandatory necessarily. The macros are the same for organic peanut butter as opposed to not organic, all natural peanut butter. Almond butter, same thing, same nutrients, same macros basically. You can also use whole almonds. 1 ounce is 14 grams of fat, 6 grams of carbs, and 6 grams of protein. Really yummy. Gives some texture to recipes and things if you chop them up, or just easy to have on hand and eat by themselves. One of my personal favorites is avocados. But avocados are something we always have on hand because they are my dad's favorite source of fat. If there is an avocado in the fridge, it's going to be gone pretty quickly. So I eat them whenever they're in there. Lastly, almond milk. Unsweetened vanilla almond milk. This one is Kirkland brand. As you can see, we shop at Costco a lot. 3 grams of fat, 1 gram of carb, and 1 gram of protein per cup. So it's way more macro friendly than regular milk, where a cup is like 14 grams of carbs and like 5 grams of fat and like 6 grams of protein. Put this in my oatmeal, make my lattes with it, tons of different stuff. We are going to get into just some fun stuff that aren't necessarily categorized into carbs, protein, or fat, but just some things that I love to eat and have a good blend of all three. I found this again at Costco. It is organic edamame spaghetti. 2 grams of fat, 22 grams of carbs, and 25 grams of protein per 2 ounces. It's just a good option whenever you're having spaghetti instead of whole wheat spaghetti or something like that that uses a lot of your carb macros for the day. You can have 2 or 3 times as much, and it does have a bit of a different texture and taste to it, but not bad. Next is Halo Top. We all get sweet cravings. We all love ice cream. Halo Top tastes very, very, very similar to the full fat ice cream that we all love, but it is protein ice cream. There is 2.5 grams of fat, 11 grams of carbs, and 6 grams of protein per half cup. The entire container is only 280 calories. My favorite flavor is the s'mores flavor. Another fun thing that I love to have is pudding, sugar-free, fat-free pudding, and I make this with almond milk, so then you don't have the milk contributing to a bunch of calories. And it is 8 grams of carbs for a quarter of it, so usually I eat the whole thing. I make an entire package of pudding and just sit down and go to town. There's quite a few different flavors. This is chocolate. There's pistachio, banana cream, vanilla. All of those things. You can also add like a scoop or a half of a scoop, whatever you want, of whey protein powder to your pudding and make it protein pudding. This is not the healthiest food for you. There are a bunch of artificial ingredients and things, But this is life, and I don't eat only fruits and vegetables 24/7. Let's be real. Let's be real now. Jell-O, guys. Jell-O, sugar-free Jell-O is amazing. It is 1 gram of protein for a quarter of it, so basically nothing. Most of the time, unless I'm in prep, I don't even count Jell-O. You can make BCAA Jell-O, which means that you take your BCAA supplement and stir it into the mix whenever you're making it, and then it tastes extra good, and you're getting more of your branched chain aminos in it. Lastly, we have tofu shirataki noodles. These things are a lifesaver. 3 grams of carbs per 4 ounces. So they're just noodles. You do want to prepare them according to the directions, but they taste great. And for 3 grams of carbs, then I can have all of the pasta that I want, and it's very filling. 2 grams of dietary fiber, so from those 3 grams, 2 grams of dietary fiber. Okay, I just wanted to show you guys really quick my drawer in the refrigerator, or shelf in the refrigerator. It has all of my healthier condiments in it. For example, light mayonnaise has a little bit less fat, so I do still have mayonnaise. And first off, whenever you get into sugar-free and fat-free things, usually they have a lot more artificial substances, so you want to stay away from using them all of the time, but some of the time, live a little bit. I'm learning. I have a light balsamic vinegar, reduced fat in it, soy sauce, 0 calories, winning. I have a balsamic barbecue sauce, 5 grams of carbs, 4.5 grams of fat. Horseradish. I love spicy things. Makes me slow down whenever I eat, because this girl loves to eat. Mustard. 0 calories. All the time. Every day. Anything that is 0 calories. Spicy brown mustard. Bolthouse Farms has a ton of different dressings. Reduced sugar ketchup. Every day, all day. Reduced sugar ketchup. 1 gram of carb, and I will show you the difference of reduced sugar ketchup compared to regular ketchup. So this is 5 calories and 1 gram of carb. Mom and Dad's regular ketchup is 5 grams of carbs and 20 calories for a single tablespoon. So mine is literally 1/5 what theirs is. So yes, I do tend to use 5 times more. Barbecue sauce, sugar-free barbecue sauce, delicious. And then various hot sauces. So there it is, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you liked this video by giving it a thumbs up. Subscribe. Let me know what else you guys want to hear about, if this video was helpful. And if you're in Washington, stay warm, cuddle up next to the fire, and get some work done.